Good morning, Atul. How are you doing today? And thank you so much for joining me today.
Very good morning, ma'am. I'm doing well. How about you?
Yes, I'm also doing great, and thank you so much for your concern. So, as we are meeting for the very first time, so would you like to introduce yourself first?
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, as you know that my name is Atul Sharma, and I'm born and brought up in Delhi itself. And I'm a teacher, PGT English. Currently, I'm teaching one of the private school in Delhi from the last 5 years approximately. And along with that, I'm also providing spoken classes in one of the institute near my locality. And as far as my hobbies are concerned, so I love to play cricket. I'm a sports enthusiastic. Uh, and yeah, sometimes also do meditation, yoga. So that's all about me. Thank you.
That's such a lovely introduction, and I got to know that you are a teacher as well as you also love to do yoga that help you to keep your mind and body active throughout the day. So that's a great. So, Atul, do you know
Thank you.
me? Do you want my introduction, and let's we can proceed towards the conversation.
So, ma'am, you should start with your intro first.
Okay, so Atul, as you know, my name is Swati and I'm from a very beautiful place, Jammu and Kashmir. I'm a homemaker, mother of one child. Talking about my hobbies, I love reading, listening to music, watching movie, and playing badminton. Apart from this, recently, 4 months ago, I started teaching spoken English to the beginner and intermediate level people. So I'm also enjoying this journey and learning with them. So that's a short introduction of mine. Yes. Mm. So Atul, I
Great
would
to know,
like to.
ma'am. Like you are also.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
And Atul, I would like to ask you that, according to you, why do many people understand English but hesitate to speak it?
The thing is that the fear is the biggest enemy of ours. Actually, no matter what, like be it this language or public speaking, or even starting any new thing.
Mm.
So that's a fear is something that actually stops us. And because we start feeling uncomfortable, and
Yes,
no matter what, like if you want to get something, if you want to get used to of something, you need to get out of your comfort. So I guess when it comes to this language also, we have that sort of fear in mind.
right.
So that is what we need to beat in order to get better.
Yes, rightly said that. And yes, people have some fear of making mistake, fear of judgment, and the main reason behind the fear of speaking English.
But fear, like actually fear come when we don't have belief or trust on ourselves. And like that is a very important thing that we need to have trust. We need to have
Mhm.
belief system in ourselves. Like, okay, I am starting this and definitely I'm going to achieve this. See, and as you said, like we have the fear of failure as well. So I guess when it comes to this language or any sort of skill, there won't be any failure. Like definitely you will get better. You'll get
Mhm.
the better version of yourself in terms of your language, in terms of your any skill set.
Right.
So yeah, so I guess if yeah, so if we try to believe in ourselves, like okay, I can do it. So we need to convince ourselves, okay, I can do it. And there's
Right.
one saying, fake it till you make it. So
Mm.
you have to you need to do that. But here also I'm talking about a fake. Here you what you have to fake that okay, I can do it. So when we talk about the fear, do not let that fear come to you. So that have that fake yourself that okay, I'm already very confident girl, confident person, and I can easily do this. So
Mm.
that is very much important. But yes, your knowledge will always be that should be authentic. I'm not saying that
Right.
you don't know anything and you should go on stage and blab, start bragging and all. Definitely, you should have certain knowledge. But when it comes to the confident part, you can fake it because the way you exhibit yourself in front of the people, they interpret you, they understand you in that way only. So it's better that have a better understanding, have a proper belief system of yourself, and go and rock in front of the people.
Yes. Sometimes, it's also a kind of lack of practice and It also depends on the knowledge, how much knowledge you have. And first, you need to make up your mind, and then you should take action accordingly. Otherwise, you will gonna stagnant for a longer period of time. And as you said, that you need to come out of your comfort zone. So you need practice, you need face challenges,
Exactly.
and you need to face your fear, whether it's a fear of making mistake or fear of judgment or fear of failure. So you have to face, you have to come up with new strategy, new energy. So in this way, yes, we can tackle these kind of fear, whatever comes in the journey of speaking English or any other skill, whatever we want to learn. Hmm. So do you think that Atul, that
Exactly.
lack of yes?
Yes, go ahead, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay, so I'm asking you that do you think that lack of confidence is the bigger problem than lack of knowledge, and why
Lack of confidence
is a
and lack
bigger
of
problem than lack
knowledge.
of knowledge?
Okay. I guess, yeah, that statement is true. Because like usually we have seen a lot of people, they know a lot of things, but because of their confidence level, they are not that much confident about themselves that they start, they, get stuck in between. They start, getting nervous. They have that stage fright whenever they start speaking. So, as you said, like first and foremost thing, we need to understand, as I mentioned you earlier also, that we need to believe that yes, I can do it. Okay, and in that way, I guess the thing is that we need to have some sort of strategy also. Like make sure that whenever you are on stage, do not bother about the audience. Do not think that what they are thinking about you. Just keep yourself that what you are gonna do there. Okay, do not have pre thoughts and idea. Okay, what if I go there and start crying or start, fumbling and all. So do not have these, pre thoughts and ideas. So just have belief system yourself and always be
Yes.
optimistic, positive about your thoughts and ideas.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
so yes, I guess like, there needs to be first and foremost thing you should have that belief system.
Right. Yes,
You
as
don't
you
need to be
rightly said
nervous
that
because if you
many
yes,
people who are very knowledgeable, but when time to express themselves, they are unable to express themselves. So yes, it happens sometime. And many people, they don't know much, but they are very confident because they believe in themselves. Because they also have to face that kind of challenges in their life again and again. They have um, did so much practice. That's why they feel confidence. So having confidence, you need to take action. After action, you can get confidence. Without taking action, we can't become confidence. So yes, confidence sometimes is bigger
definitely.
than knowledge.
And it means they see born. I'm not saying denying that you should not have knowledge because if you don't have knowledge, then what and how you'll express yourself,
Mm,
then your authenticity should be there. But
right.
I'm talking about you need to fake your confidence. Okay, if you are lacking confidence, but try to show yourself in front of the people in such a way that
Mm,
you are very confident. You're very much confident about yourself, about your
right.
thoughts and idea. But
Mm,
yes, your knowledge should be authentic. It's not like you are talking anything and people will
yes, yes.
because the
Rightly
one who
said.
is there and wise person, he will able to figure out that what you are talking. Because I have over my over the last 5 years, as I mentioned that I have been teaching, so I've observed couple of people that they do not have much idea or they are not very well versed with this language, but they are always like they don't hesitate to take the stage, and I have seen they make a lot of grammatical mistake as well.
Yes,
So, but still, so that should also not be there actually. See, if you
yes,
are there maybe in school and all, and a lot of students are there listening to you, so in that way it should not be there. But yes, if you are in your practice journey or if you are in your learning journey,
yes.
you can do it, but
Mm,
in a certain area, in certain places only,
yes, and we should
because
learn from our mistake
you
as
are
well.
who is
If
is
we are
fluently in
making
the there.
mistake,
Yes,
so
yes,
yes,
exactly.
so we should work on our mistake as well. Yes, initially every person do a lots of mistake, and even those who are confident speaker today, once they also started as a journey as a beginner, They also did a lots of mistakes, but because of those mistakes, they learned from that. That's why today they are a confident speaker.
Exactly. No one is born with us. It's not something inbuilt quality because it is not our native language. So in that way, definitely we all have to go with the same journey where we will have some sort of failures, we will be making mistakes, but eventually, after giving couple of time, you will see that there is a better version of yourself that is coming out. So,
Mm.
and for that, we need to have patience also. So, patience
Yes,
also play very vital role when it comes to this
rightly said.
language.
Yes, patience, consistency really matters a lot in the journey of learning English as well as learning any new skill. So over a period of time, we
Exactly.
can get improvement in at that. So Atul, I would like to ask you that when did you start your speaking English journey, and what was the motivation behind that?
When I was, ma'am, like if I talk about my journey about this language, basically I speaking this language.
Speaking, yes.
So yes, ma'am. So like when I was in 10th class, 10th, 11th class, so that time, that was a time when I start speaking. I was very much focused about this language. And till then I was aware of certain, I had the idea about the grammar, tenses, but I was not in speaking part. But from there onwards, I start speaking. I start, speaking with my
Mm.
colleague means my, classmates and all. And there was also certain moments when, students were saying, my classmates were saying that why you are speaking in English or why you're
Yes.
trying to be like this and that.
Mm.
So, but I didn't give up. Like, and I wasn't. Then what happened? Like, I used to learn a lot of words of phrases. I start, whenever I see any word in English books, basically, if I find any word and which I'm not familiar with, so I used to, write somewhere. I used to search its meaning. So that's how I started this journey. And then I had the motivation that, I have to go in Delhi University, where there will be students from different walks of life, different part of India and world. So I need to be very confident about myself.
Mm.
So that's how I started. Then I had also in the mind that I have to be a civil servant. So for that I need to read a lot of stuff and more. And if you want to get to know about a lot of things, you need to be better in this language because a lot of stuff in your books are available in
Mm.
English only. So that's how I started. Then I started reading newspaper, the Hindi newspaper, and then because I was also studying other stuff, other subjects, so I was also getting different dimensions of thoughts and ideas. So that's how it started improving. That's how it started, helping me in my journey. And when I went to college, still I wasn't that much confident there, and I was very much hesitant. I used to think that how can I, because a lot of students were there on during annual day or other fest and all. They used to take stage and all, but I was very much hesitant that time. That how can I start this? I used to speak in the classroom, maybe sometime in the small corridor and all, but it was very much, I also had that stage fright that how can I enter the whole, college during annual fest. So, but I used to, so this is how I started speaking. So
Mm. Great.
then after my college, I was still preparing for my preparation examination. Then I got the opportunity for teaching as well. So then I start teaching, and now it's
Mm.
been around 5 years. So see, like we keep learning throughout the life. So I'm still learning a lot of things, and I
Mm.
have also improved a lot over the years.
Yes, and today you are very confident, while speaking in this language. So that's a wonderful journey that you have just shared, and thank you so much. And I would like to ask you what kind of practices that helps you a lot in this language. What kind of practices that you did initially that really help you a lot?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, see, we all usually are the one those who do not have that sort of ambience, that sort of environment for this language. So I was also one that, like in family or around you, no one is there as who speaks in English.
Mm.
So what I used to do, I start talking to myself. I
Mm.
used to always, make myself that okay, I'm gonna talk to myself, or if possible, anywhere if I find that person can understand me or that person can talk to me. I was
Mm.
very much, like used to that I have to speak in English only. So usually, like whenever I used to wake up, so I used to think. So each and every day, I used to think that I have to think in English only. So that's how I started, and then I start consuming. Eventually, I start like as I was reading newspaper also. So I was getting to know a lot of different words and vocabulary. Then when I was into preparation, so like UPC preparation, so my all the classes were in, like I was from the English medium, so that all my lectures were in English. So I was also having that English practice, like listening practice. And along with that, when I ever I have to ask something, then I was also doing answer writing. So that is how the all the thing, all the when we talk about it, these four skills like listening, speaking, writing, reading. So almost all four these four skills were going hand in hand.
Okay.
And then eventually, yeah, so that's how I started. Then when I start teaching, then like whenever you have meeting or whenever like because I'm taking English, so I do have to interact with the students also most of the time in English. So that's how I just kept improving myself. And along with that also, like as I mentioned that I'm a sports enthusiastic, or also I'm also a nature lover. So I also try to consume some sort of podcast like Jess 18, the one on
Okay.
purpose. So yeah, I love his podcast and Raj Samani also. So they share different ideas, thought about life and health. So I love them. I love these sort of things. So I love listening them also. So that also helped me to understand the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also very much habitual that I don't type anything like I never type, anything in like proper Hindi as such. I mostly type everything like whenever I do chatting and all. I always do in English only. No matter the other one is replying in Hindi, but I'm habitual to do that typing in English only. When
Mm,
most
that's
of the time
also
what
great.
happen, like I'm talking with somebody who can't understand, but still somehow, I'm habitual to do the same in English only. So that's how I did, like I have been doing, and still I think a lot of things are there that I'm still exploring.
Mm.
But over the year, I have also got to know a lot of nuances about this language.
Mm.
Because earlier I used to think it's just about certain structures, vocabulary, idioms only. But
Mm.
now, because I guess public speaking also part of this, because ultimately we want to, speak in front of the people. And
Right.
for that, you should also have the idea about the pauses, articulation, voice modulation.
Mm.
So this is how, like, and still a lot of things out there that I'm exploring yet.
Yes, initially we just focus on speaking, and with time we also know about many things. We have to work on this, like modulation, pronunciation, enunciation, many so things like rhythm of this language, how to
Yes,
speak, where you have to keep your
exactly.
stress. So many things I think with the journey of this language we learn and explore. And
Yes.
yes, definitely we will explore more and more with the journey of this language. So, I would like to ask you
Yes.
that how can a person train their mind to think in English, according to you? How a person can
For
train
training
their
your
brain?
mind, yes. So training your yes, so for training your mind and brain to speak in English. I guess initially, definitely you will more into that Hindi, like you will more into that. Okay, you'll think
It's
that
a
okay,
kind
I'll
of
think in English,
translation
but
from
even
Hindu to English because we all started with
yes,
translation. Mm,
yes. So eventually, it will be there. During your initial stage, you will see this. It will be there, but eventually start improving. And
mm,
first and foremost thing, you should have the passion. See, I'm very much passionate about this language also. It's not like I don't have any love with my own language, like mother tongue, like Hindi, but
mm,
I literally love this language as well, and
mm,
I can talk 24 into 7 with this language. So you should have the passion also, desire also. And so for that, like, because when you start loving your journey, love your doing, so you start, so then you don't like feel bored during your process, during your journey.
right.
And that's what I have realized. And
Mm,
then see, so initially you will start, you'll think, okay, I'll speak in Hindi or speak in English or I'll think in English, but it won't be there. You will be doing translation, but eventually you will improve yourself. Eventually, you'll see that thoughts are coming in English only.
Right,
Because I have also felt, what happens sometimes. Suppose I have been talking like very regularly for over maybe 4 days, 5 days. Then what happened? The sixth day, automatically, as soon as I wake up, the thoughts comes in English only.
right.
So that is very important. So when you come at this stage, so this is a platform when you don't think a lot, you don't do any translation, and automatically words are coming out of your mouth. But
Yes,
if for that time, for that yeah, for that moment, you have to travel a certain journey of this language. Then
yes,
only you will have get that sort of level.
yes,
And for that, you
definitely
need to have
agree.
patience also. Patience is very important.
Hmm. Rightly said that. Yes, initially we all start with translation, but over a period of time, like thoughts comes, come in English. We have to create that kind of environment. We have to speak ourselves. We have to, whatever comes in our mind, try to speak in that in English. Try to speak in simple sentence. So yes, over a period of time, definitely people, start thinking in English. So while creating that kind of environment, you can do anything. And patience, practice, consistency, persistent determination, everything matters a lot.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly. And I'll say also one thing, whenever you start your this journey of learning this language, I'll say that from the day one you should start speaking. Suppose whatever in single sentence if you have learned that my name is this and that, make sure
mm.
that start using it somehow whenever you want to tell your name to somebody, always tell that in English only. That is very
Yes,
important because most of the people or those who are, in the beginning of their journey, what they think, what the thought they have, like, okay, when they will acquire, when they will have the certain idea about the structures and all, then only they can start. I'll say whatever you have learned already is there, and
yes,
whatever you're learning on daily basis, just that bring that, incorporate that in your speaking part. That is
mm.
very important.
Yes,
Usually, yes, and that maybe like initially we haven't done, but I'll say that to my own journey that you should start it
hmm.
from the day one.
Okay, rightly said.
And you need to do deliberate practice. That is very important also. Deliberate practice, where
Yes,
you need to understand, where you have to, with the time to time, you have to also understand what sort of progress you are making and what are the still where you are lagging. So that sort of, in between you have to, like we talk about the test and all. So you have to also figure out, you have to analyze yourself how's your things are going on, because I know certain people, they have been on this journey from a very long time, but still they think that they're not able to speak, or still they have the same sort of problem that has been from maybe a couple of months or years, because they do
yes,
not make that analysis, self analysis.
yes. They always,
So
when
because
time to
as I
speak,
told
they
you,
always stop themselves to speak. Maybe they have some fear in their mind if they gonna make
exactly,
mistake while
yes.
speaking.
So mistake, and the thing is that we, unless you give time, unless you will do that introspection, you won't able to understand where you are lagging. Either someone will tell you, and if you are not taking any formal classes, then
Mm.
you yourself need to understand. So if you won't take class and you won't give time to yourself also, then how, who will tell you where you are lagging? So in order to do that, I'll say that you need to make deliberate practice where you keep analyzing yourself also, that
Mhm.
where I'm lagging, how's my voice modulation, am I very clear? Like, am I articulating my thoughts and idea very well in front of the people or not? Like, whether the person is getting me or not. That is also very
Mhm.
important, because sometimes what happens, you speak very well, you think that you are speaking fluently in front of the people, but on the other hand, your words are not clear to them. They are not able to make what you are saying. So
Mm.
for that's why, like, you need to understand also. You need to make deliberate practice
Yes,
where one can understand you also, where you know where you are heading to.
yes. And
So that
Atul,
is
my
also very
last
important.
question to you that if you could get a chance to meet your younger self, 15 years old, so what would you like to advise to give him to become fluent and confident speaker in this language?
A very good question, ma'am. And yes, so if I'll have to advise my younger self in terms of being a fluent and good public speaker, so I'll say that I'll make sure that I should be very much positive because yeah, so being very much positive and confident, being very much confident also very important. So and I'll make sure that I keep like because I also did that translation. I also learn initially. I just tried to get into learning the structures and all. So I'll keep in mind that I should from the day one I should talk in English only,
Mhm.
and as much as possible because today we are in such an era we have this tech and all like AI technology and everything.
Right.
So we should be so maybe from a very longer time I did not make the most of this sort of technology that is out there. So I'll say that from the day one, I'll start making the most of this, the technology that is available to us now,
Mhm.
like ChatGPT or other, the things, the platform that is there.